So we're going to talk about products. I think in every business, product is of course the key. This is what everybody wants to know, right? In product.
What's a product before we proceed?
Yeah. So, product I would say product can also be a form of service, right? Actually, no, I think we should distinguish product and service, right? So product is a physical good that you can just resell and reuse.
It doesn't have to be
You
a
can
good,
resell.
a physical.
You can sell it.
Yes, it doesn't have to be physical as well.
It doesn't have to be physical.
It has to be something that you can
It's a
just
thing
take
that
it
you
as
can
it is, sell it, right? Yeah.
Service is always variant, is different, right?
Would you say service always involves a human? Would you
Yes,
say that?
service
it always
involves
a
human.
human doing it.
Service involves human, and service varies, right? Service is always a different.
Let's give
never
a few.
standardized.
Let's give a few examples of service.
Massage. Someone give a massage. Someone give a haircut, right? Doctor, a lawyer, right? They're all are forms of service, right? Product would be standardized, right? Chair, table, or whatever, right?
Accounting services, that's accounting, right? So in the product side of things, this service would be like something like Zero, where it's a product, it's just there, you don't need accountants, you just get it done yourself. Is that correct? Can we give a few more examples of products? So I think product is the field where service is quite simple. It's like, hey, give me money, I'll do something for you with my hours. You're fundamentally selling your hours to someone.
Yes.
Accounting, legal, tech services,
Yes.
marketing services. And it's the easiest, dumb and simple way. Okay, that's fine. Let's put it different. It's not dumb and simple. It's the most straightforward way of making money.
Yes.
Don't need any assets, right? It's just you selling your hours, right? In most cases, I would say.
Yes.
Of course, you need machineries and all that if you're in the car industry, but still, hours, your labor counts. In product, right, it's not a physical good because this is a product. For example, this is physical.
Yeah.
This cup, this mug, right? This pen, this. Then you also have things like a blueprint. That's a product, right? An ebook, that's a product.
Yeah. It's a digital product.
KFC. Is that a
Digital
product?
physical product.
KFC, is that a product?
KFC is a product.
What kind of product is that? It's physical. It's not.
It's a food. KFC is selling food.
I think I would argue that it's the recipe that's a product, the business model that's a product, not the food. The food, I mean, everyone can make fried chicken.
No.
Why are they so different?
Product and service is what people pay you for. Ultimately, I'm paying KFC. I don't even care about the business model or the recipe. Paying
Now,
for
wouldn't
the
that be a
chicken
service
and
if you look at that level? Someone's cooking food for you, that's a service. But
No, I'm not paying them to cook food for me. I'm paying for the food itself. Because if you're saying you're paying them to cook food for me, I'm concerned with, okay, how are you cooking the food? Why are you doing the cook food? I was asking that.
So if you're hiring a chef, then that's more like a service, right? A chef would be maybe like a
No,
freelance chef.
ultimately, you also wouldn't care because you pay someone to.
No, how do we draw the distinction? You just want to put ourselves in the scenario where we have to talk about it. So like a chef, let's say you hire a chef into your house, that's now a service, right? But you could say it's not a product because he's selling his hours to do it for you. He's using his skills to do it for you. He's using his past experience and expertise to do it for you, and you can customize whatever you want. Is that how you define a service?
No, that's why I think it's also like maybe tricky because like you said, I think KFC and McDonald's, they standardize the way something is done, so it becomes a product. Where previously it was a service.
Exactly.
Right?
There's no like expert man hours needed. People just gotta follow like even if you're top, there's no top chef. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
There's no top chef. Everyone is just part of the system.
I think it's why it's called productizing the service.
Correct. And we could even argue that. Okay, I think this would settle this conversation.
Yeah.
KFC in the near future can run without humans.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Chefs, if you hire a chef, it's very hard because it's very hard because maybe he has some weird, super professional way of cooking.
Yeah.
But KFC, you can literally take away everyone who's doing it because they're just following the blueprint.
So what's a business where it's purely service and it's impossible to productize it?
Fixing your car. A car mechanic. I spent so much money on my car. This one.
Okay. How about hairdresser?
Hairdresser. That's a service.
It can't be a product, right?
It can't be a product.
Why
right?
not?
It could technically. It could actually. Technically, anything could be a product. It's just if it's not a human doing it.
How do you make something a product? That's the thing. How do you make a service into a product?
I think when there's no human specialty, when the business is not reliant on a human being.
You're not paying for the service of the human or the skills of the human, right? The human is basically like a robot.
Yes, correct. So the skills of the human is irrelevant.
So basically, any service that can be productized means you still have humans in there, like KFC has humans, but they're all fundamentally robots.
Yes. They don't. I mean, it's a bit
No, they
It's not
are.
very nice. It's not very
It is.
nice to put it that way, but yes,
is what it
they
is,
don't
right?
need to put their brains. I mean, they need to use their brains to do like operational stuff, but
No.
they don't need to
Yeah,
be creative on anything.
You don't have to use your brain. You just see the button and then you just press now. Put it up. That's how it is. That's
That's
the
a
level
very
it is.
yeah, fine.
That's the level it is, right?
Yeah.
So ultimately, KFC could replace the whole thing with robots. Actually, they could, and they probably would, right? So even like simple things like buying McDonald's now, you don't need a waiter anymore, right? Waiter used to be a service role. Now
Let's
it's
put it
just
this
a
way: like
robot.
anything scalable has to be a product. Is that correct?
Yeah, because
you
rely on
can't scale
humans.
a service. A service is Deric, do this website for me. Yes, I can do it. I can do it faster. But eventually, once I have 1,000, a million projects to do websites, I need to hire more people to
If
do
let's
it.
say they're asking this question, if let's say robots took over the world, right? What is the final thing that ultimately
Humans can
I
contribute
think
to.
basically really complex technical things. You're saying car mechanic, it's a very complex thing. You're taking a 100,000, 50,000 or whatever, $1,000 piece of machinery and you're trying to diagnose it and fix it. It's actually very complex. Car mechanics,
doctors, you're fixing a
you're
real
fixing
human being
It's
alive.
very expensive, right?
Yeah.
You cannot those are basically the more complex something is, the harder it is to.
Really?
And what
about
people-
supercomputers? I mean, whatever they do with quantum computing,
No,
those are complex as well. Why? Yeah, and humans can't do those stuff.
Yes. No, I'm saying the more complex a service is, the harder it is to automate, right? Or logically, right? So,
Really?
when you said car mechanic, car is very complex. You cannot automate. Whereas you said, it's not. You cannot follow a rule book.
No, I wouldn't say okay, wait, by complex you mean there's a lot of different
A
factors.
lot of
in play.
variables.
Right?
Right?
A lot of variables.
Frying a
right?
chicken in McDonald's. Okay, push it in, push it out. Right, something like that. Right.
Marinate it.
It
Dude,
comes
you have to
in
marinate
standard.
it. You have to marinate it, dude.
Car depends. Car mechanic, you want to say change your oil, could be automated. Could be very simple. Change the oil, do it all the time. But you need to diagnose and fix a car.
Yeah,
That's different.
diagnosing
What you
is
just
part
said,
of it.
Fix a car. A car is a very complex machine.
May diagnosis that
Yes.
might require someone to go and fix the
Yes.
problem. Right.
So
Anything to do with brains? Would you say
Yeah.
anything to do with brains? Would you say that?
yes, of course.
But then there's
I think a lot
AI.
of
But then
variables.
there's AI now.
No, I mean, no, AI is always a big word, but it's not here
It's a
yet.
big
right?
word,
Yeah,
it's
when
not-
AI is coming, when it comes, then we can definitely talk more. It's here, but it's very specialized.
To have a
Yeah.
okay.
No, AI right now is very
Technically,
specialized.
right?
field.
Technically, right? Can you productize a car mechanic? Because hey, my car is punctured. Okay, here is the framework to fix
No,
your
you
car.
got
First,
that. That's
stick it
fine.
out.
That's fine. But the part where you got to diagnose is a very difficult part.
Like,
If your my car just doesn't work. Okay, what's wrong with it?
Okay,
It's not so simple, right?
Okay,
Because the
yeah.
car has
You
so
just
many parts.
check everything. Oh, is your suspension
Yes.
issue? Is it your whatever
It
issue? Oil
can
filter?
consist of many moving parts, so that's the issue with cars, right?
Okay.
So actually, as a startup, right, should they be doing a service or doing a product ultimately, or as a business
As a
owner?
business, this is just between both of us, right?
No, as a business owners in general,
Or what?
right?
Just in general?
I
Like
mean, anyone can do a business. Would you advise someone do a product or a service?
I mean, they both have their pros and cons, but if you ask me now, I would, if there's only one thing I can excel in, right, I would choose product.
Yeah,
I would choose
why,
product all day, every day, right? Because service, there's a
How
lot
about
of human,
marketing consultant. Is that a service?
a lot of, that's straight up service what you're talking about, right?
That's right.
There's a lot of human factors in play. And when there's a lot of human factors in play, I can never rest. Right? It's always a new problem again and again and again. I have to train people, and
You're
then what if
selling
they
your
forget?
time, right? You're selling
Selling
your
my time, right? I
You
need
cannot
24 hours
scale.
a day. I can't scale. Yeah.
I can't sell a million. I can sell a million products now with just a click of a button. I can't sell a million services today.
Yeah, unless that service is productized as well, like KFC.
No,
right?
then you're saying it's product and then it's fine.
Yeah, then it's
so
product, right?
ultimately,
Yeah.
service
So
or
in now,
product-
just to be clear, our definition of product is it involves
Something that's
services as well.
scalable,
Like,
something
as long as
that's
the service is scalable, standardized.
Yeah. Also, it wouldn't involve service anymore. If service is productized, it becomes a product and it
Yes.
doesn't become a service anymore, right?
Yep. Okay.
But what in what scenario will you say that service has a big benefit over a product business?
Fast cash flow. That's the
Why?
only benefit.
Why is that? Because-
Immediately, instantly. Deric
Because
on
you're
website.
selling
Okay,
you, you're selling
call it
you,
out.
you're selling, you are the
selling
product.
you, yeah, I'm the product, right? Yeah.
You took, 20, 30 or however old someone is to build yourself.
Exactly.
It took you
No, whatever it
hundreds
is.
of thousands of university degrees or whatever.
No, a degree is irrelevant
No,
here, right? Look at Tony Robbins, for example. All he does, he is the product. He goes on stage, talks for a bit, boom,
Yeah.
he makes $1 million from
Okay,
one
but how
night.
he scales is he has one person scaling up to
his hourly rate scales. That's the difference, right? Usain Bolt, he runs 1 minute, he makes a few $1 million. right? So his hourly rate scales relative to your, let's say, your corporate staff, right? I'm not saying corporate staffs are broke. I'm just saying that your hourly rate does not scale. You can grow, you can increase the salary. 1 hour you make $20, 1 hour you make $50, 1 hour you make $100. But for you to really make it count, you have to make your hourly rate exponential. And how do you do that? Do that by impacting more lives, right? By scaling your effect to more people. If what you're doing now is me just serving you, I'm like your personal assistant, I wouldn't get paid millions. But if whatever I'm doing right now, right, can serve the whole of Malaysia, right? Every single Malaysian today will get impacted by whatever I'm saying or doing. That's when my hourly rate goes up, and that's when I can scale
your effective
a service.
hourly rate, right?
Yes, but it's still a service. You see, because now if I put in 0 hours, I make 0. Whereas in a product, let's say I start KFC, I'm the founder of KFC, I can literally just sleep. I don't have to do anything, money still comes in. And that's the very big difference between a product and a service.
Usain Bolt still has to work for.
He still has to work, right? Even if his hourly rate is one minute, he literally runs 10 seconds, right?
Yeah.
10 seconds, few million bucks, he still has to run.
Yeah. No. So I think so that's a different field, right? In the product business, you have to build the product. In the service business, you have to hone your service. You're still building yourself. You are the product.
Yes, you are the product. Yeah.
So
your time is the product. Yeah.
Yeah. So ultimately, will you say that to productize a service business, you need to create
blueprints,
make a product,
frameworks,
make it dumbed down so that anyone can do it, right?
Correct. That's how you fundamentally build a scalable business. Because if your business model is not scalable, it relies on your staff's creativity. It relies on like a lot of weird stuff that could screw it up. It will screw up, right? If there's a slight possibility that it could screw up, it will screw up, and then you have to go and fix it, and then fixing it is your hours again. Then it's not scalable that way. You back to the topic about what are the pros and cons, right? I think services, we're making it sound like products are so superior, but I think actually services are good also, because
no, but products are superior because if you're selling let's say a school, and it requires a teacher, it requires a human in there. Doesn't matter how dumbed down it is, it requires a human in there, right? You're always bound to the human. Right? Okay, you can say a factory requires humans as well. Right? But the factory human, it's a very dumbed down skill where, or a KFC worker, dumbed down to the point where, someone cannot speak English, can't do anything, he can still work.
Yeah. I don't even care about qualifications, just come in.
Needs more human interaction, and it's different.
But then again, you see, that's the thing, right? With us figuring out about how important product is, more and more people will go into product. Okay, that's true, right?
Sure.
And my mom is working in the sewage treatment industry, and she's telling me right now there's a huge ass talent shortage right now because everyone wants to go into a corporate job, office work. Then people like us are out here doing product stuff, startup stuff. We even left corporate, right? And then now for her industry, people are doing actually hard labor, and they need actual skills to fix gearboxes and all that kind of stuff. Would you say that in the near future, service will come back again and your hourly rate will go up?
Doesn't matter whether the hourly rates go up to ringgit. The point is, as a business, you're tied down as a business. That's it. So look at doctors, for example, right? Doctors earn a lot. As you're a gynecologist, you're a brain surgeon, you earn a lot. But you're never a business. You never want to start a business.
You're self-employed, right? Based on Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant. Yes, you're self-employed.
You need always a scalable way. That's it, right?
Yep.
So if your business relies on too much, but what about businesses that rely a lot on skilled talent? You cannot productize that business because it's for example, my business is I design electric cars. You need a lot of skilled talent.
Of course.
So how does it work? They're creating cars. Oh, actually no. They rely on talent to build a product one time, and then the product just sells itself, right?
Yes.
So if any business is selling the talent itself, is very dangerous because you're always relying on talent.
But I think he's not selling the talent. He is using the talent to sell a product.
Yes,
it's very different. Right? If he says, "Hey, I'm gonna do a consultancy business and sell my talent to you," that's a service. But right now, he's using this talent to build something for himself.
Will you
and
say
sells the product.
that your mom's business treatment is a service business?
I would say it's very heavily a service business.
Service business, right?
Yeah, it's very service.
So she needs skilled talent.
Skilled talent.
And it's not a product.
To diagnose, oh shit, something
the
broke
thing,
down.
yeah.
Can you please help me? Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
works with the government as well, right?
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
broke down. Can you please help me fix it? Her team, the government side, obviously they don't know what happened. All they can say is something broke down, right? She has to send a team there to diagnose. That's one day, right? Come back, get the parts, go back again, right? Okay, this is what happened. Your there's an oil leak. There's this issues, right? I don't really know. I worked for her for like a few months last time, so I knew a little bit.
Yeah.
But basically it was tough, but it required skills. It's not like, oh, just grab some dude from the factory and put it in.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like that. It's not as simple as that.
Yeah, so it's a service business, and most service business that cannot be productized would remain as services. So like that business is hard to productize it.
Yes.
So it's not.
But the thing is, cash flow is fast. It's very simple. Get it done. Boom. Cash flow is in.
Yeah,
Product is different. You have to invest in, like you said, a very expert person to build the product for you, and it's up to you, the business owner, to take this investment risk, right? To make this investment decision to hire this guy who could cost millions to build this product. And hopefully your investments, come to fruition. Because if your investment fails, build that product, you spend so much money, you just wasted all this money. That's it. So in service, can't go wrong. Get it done, get paid. Get it done, get paid.
Yeah.
Get your haircut, get paid. Right. Build a website, get paid. Drive me somewhere, get paid. Right. So yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Cool. So I think that wraps it up.
Okay. Cool.